Hi everyone, welcome to Nerdy Nom Noms, where I teach you how to make dishes from across a variety of fandoms. Today we are making the finishing blow, the American corn dog, from Campfire Cooking in Another World. Let's jump in. Corn dog anatomy is made up of three parts: the dog, the breading, and the skewer. And it is the humble skewer that we are starting with. For frying, you want disposable bamboo skewers. They need to be long enough that you can skewer the dog 2/3 of the way with enough skewer left over for a handle. Once you've obtained your skewers, you need to soak them in water for at least 30 minutes and up to a day before frying. This will prevent the skewers from burning or becoming brittle and splintering. With our skewers soaking, let's address the breading. Your typical corn dog breading has some amount of corn flour or cornmeal mixed in. However, Mukoda uses hotcake mix for the breading, and that's what we will be using as well. In a bowl or quart container, add 2 cups of Bisquick, 2 whole eggs, and 3/4 cups of whole milk, and quickly mix it together until just combined. You want a couple of lumps to remain in the batter. Set this aside for at least 15 minutes to give the flour some time to hydrate. While we wait, let's tackle the dogs. Which hot dog you use comes down to your personal preference. I like my kosher all beef hot dogs, but pick what you like to eat. Go ahead and skewer as many hot dogs as you'd like. Confession time? I'm what you might call an anxious fryer. I didn't grow up frying foods, and so I've always had some trepidation about it. In case you're like me, here's a checklist for safe and successful frying. 1. Set up a fry station. You need a sheet pan, paper towels, a wire rack, and tongs, a spider, or even a slotted spoon. 2. Fry in a high heat safe vessel like a Dutch oven. Ideally, the pot has a candy or fry thermometer clipped onto the side. No thermometer? No problem. I'll teach you the trick Mukoda uses in a bit. 3. Use the right oil. When selecting an oil to use, check that the smoke point is higher than the temperature for frying. For this recipe, I'm using canola oil. Only fill the pot 2 to 3 inches, just enough to have the food submerged. 4. Heat oil slowly. I like to heat my oil over medium heat so that I have more control. 5. Don't use oil that started smoking, even if you've cooled it back down. Oil that's reached its smoke point starts to break down, releasing chemicals that aren't good for your body. And 6. Keep an emergency sheet pan within reach in case of fire. If the worst should happen and your oil catches fire, here's what you do. Turn off the heat and cover. I like the sheet pan because I can get it onto the pot without getting my hand close to the flames. Never use water to put out an oil fire. Okay, with the checklist reviewed, it's time for the main event. Heat the oil to somewhere between 320 and 345 degrees Fahrenheit. Once there, it's time to coat 3 to 4 of the dogs in batter. I find this easiest in my quart container, but you can use a glass or even a plate to roll the dogs. Next, slowly place the corn dogs into the oil, giving it a little twirl and not letting it splash. Using your tongs, turn the corn dogs so they don't stick to the bottom. Cook for 4 to 5 minutes, rotating the corn dogs periodically so they cook evenly on both sides. Keep an eye on your temperature, adjusting the heat as needed so that you're keeping it between 320 and 345 degrees Fahrenheit. You'll know the corn dogs are done when they are GBD, golden brown and delicious. Now let me explain how you can fry without using a thermometer by using a wooden chopstick like Mukoda. Wood, and by extension wooden chopsticks, has water in it. When you stick the chopstick into the oil, the water in the wood turns to steam and creates bubbles. No bubbles or minimal bubbles means the oil isn't hot enough. Rapid, sputtering bubbles means the oil is too hot. Constant and active bubbles means it's just right. Once the corn dogs are fried and cooled, enjoy them with ketchup, mustard, or whatever you think sounds good. You should have a nice fluffy exterior and a perfectly cooked hot dog right in the center. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked what you saw, please give it a thumbs up and let me know what you think. And if you want even more nerdy dishes, subscribe and drop a comment with what you think I should cook up next.